Your son is missing an enzyme that helps him form his bones, helps him develop his brain. Your son is missing that.
Hurlers was one of the things you learn about in medical school. It is extremely rare. Out of 100,000 babies that are born, one baby might have Hurlers. That's how rare it is.
There's a treatment that we could treat your son's body, and it'll help him. But the problem is that treatment, the enzyme that we give doesn't cross the brain barrier. So although it's fixing some of his physical, it can't cross the brain. Bone Marrow Association that we contacted, what they did is they set up little cells around town, either at churches or at union halls or at schools.
It spread like fire.
We had churches that were filled with people coming in.
Like, I'm thinking the worst. They're going to cut him open, transplant him with some other part of the body, put it inside of him, and it was just going to be ew. But it was simple.
We'll flush it several times.
So is that pure stem cell?
More or less. There's some plasma in there.
And those cells would go into the bloodstream and go through the blood into the bones, and those stem cells, which are the cells that later on mature and provide all other blood cells, they will find their spaces in the bones, in the bone marrow, and they would basically get stuck in what we call bone marrow niches. They will stay there and start differentiating.
Run it through a special machine that basically uses immunomagnetic beads coated with an antibody against stem cells. So the antibody binds just the stem cells. The bead that's magnetic at the end is then pulled out, and so you get this product that's very, very pure with just the stem cells and not the T cells that can mediate the graft versus host disease that would be life-threatening.
When I went up to I believe it was like the 5th floor, to the dialysis department, I was strapped into a chair, like kind of like an somebody getting electrocuted, electric chair, like kind of something like that. Not that extreme, but something like that. I was strapped in like that. They ran like a cord into my vein. For some reason, it had to be metal. On this side, it didn't. So I was just laying there. They go, okay, here, now we're gonna start the process. And when they kicked the machine on, it started to make a loud noise. It was just rattling, you know, bam, 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 bam. Because I guess it was shaking the blood up on this side. And, you know, I would look to the left and I would look to the right and just, you know, see, is everything all right? You know, and the doctors would look at me, okay, you're all right, don't worry. And I said, okay.
Essentially is going on is that the blood vessels that lead from the heart to the lungs are clamped down,